The same streets that saw Chicago rapper and 4Block member Lil Marie grow up with also saw him get humiliated pretty badly, even till he was forced to pull his pants down on the open road. But you see, when you've got the promise of a brilliant rapper career, a role model by the name Lil Jeff, and a couple of sitting around waiting to be fired at someone, you definitely want to take revenge. Well, Lil Mari has a lot going on right now, and he's not backing down anytime soon. This is the story of how 4Block Lil Mari is crashing out. Humiliation recorded. There's been mad times Lil Mari got his wig split real bad in these streets. Even one time he got caught by some locals for boosting whips. Trust me, we could keep chopping it up forever if we want to run through every time Shorty gets violated.
Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. We need that. Don't move. What?
Starting with that time his ops caught him slipping in his ride. He was posted in a car with a switch on him, probably feeling untouchable, when reality crashed through his passenger window like a sledgehammer. Multiple masked steppers crept from behind, caught him lacking with no homies, no driver, no cover. They did not waste a second him, yanking the pole off him. Mari was not even really banging that block heavy, so the forced disrespect was extra senseless. He got violated over turf that was not even his smoke, meaning this was more message sending than real beef resolution. The ops knew how to break him, beat him till he is leaking, make him disrespect his own so nobody rides, and blast it on social so the whole city sees energy. That is calculated gang pressure without a single shot fired. Even though no flew, multiple hammers were in the drill. Witnesses saying they saw him get worked with different tools throughout. The way it went down showed they had time to line it up, and instead of squashing over bottles and loud, they picked the lane. Safe to say the young demons learned from real OG Trenches playbooks. The biggest question on that hit stayed hanging. Where was Lil Marie's driver, and why was he solo when they spun? Street vets instantly saw a lineup from someone close, maybe Blood, maybe Circle, somebody who knew he would be lacking at that exact time and dropped. Mari's move after he went ghost a week proved why folks called it a crash out. Instead of playing chess and letting the streets handle it in silence, he dropped Shark Bait, a diss track threatening everybody who touched him. Bars kinda named Lil Noy and 108, promising to catch and smoke everybody who played a hand in the violation. He rapped direct threats about waiting till he got back to the raw to start tapping heads and leaving them something. Not metaphors, not clever wordplay, straight operational talk broadcast to everybody. Feds love that because it is premeditation on wax. If Lil Noy or 108 end up cooked in their own, the first suspect is Lil Mari. Flip side, if Mari gets smoked, Lil Noy and 108 are the instant names. But Mari has way more ops than those two. We will still eye them. Either way, choosing to respond loud instead of keeping it quiet showed Mari let emotions steer, not strategy. Real steppers, real OGs move in silence and strike without trailers, but Mari announced like a movie villain. The wackiest way to chase smoke. That is crash out energy, ego over effectiveness, legal risk up for no tactical gain. Here's a clip on that time he got caught by locals for stealing cars.
Yo, you can't breathe now. You can't breathe now.
No, I got one kidney.
You can't breathe now. Huh? You like to steal cars? You like to steal cars? Yeah. Yeah. Oh, shut your bitch up. Shut your bitch up. Yeah. Ah, motherfucker. You like to steal cars, right, motherfucker? Huh? Yeah. You! I'll be here tomorrow. Look what you He trying to leave. I caught his ass all the way over here and I caught his Yeah, that was a stolen one. And he just admitted right here on camera. Yeah, it's a stolen vehicle.
Street politics. Mari's network is locked in with a few solid links that really define his circle in the drill scene. Fully Chop was his main right hand, popping up on multiple tracks like Do It Right and Bounce Out. Their chemistry ain't just casual collab energy. It's like Fully Cho, the one helping Mari shape his sound and hold his spot in the scene.
Know that we get bitches, clap his ass and smoke the winners. Long live 50, we been spinning. Them little boys know they ain't living. Chasing bread, I want $1 million. Pop out friends in the building. Kill boy, stop that. We catch fences when we submit.
Big Bleed is another core link, with tracks like Uncharted Love showing their chemistry, plus the way they cross-promote each other heavily. Mari also keeps it tight with Baby Splat, Fat Drench, and Lil Will 078. Together they move like a unit, showing up on each other's drops and building momentum as a team. His tie to Bloodhound Lil Jeff was made clear through streaming platform listings and the posts they shared online, but that link took a heavy hit when Jeff got taken out in June 2024. Even with that loss, Mari is still out there locking in with other names. His His work with Miria stands out too, especially with the 2025 collab Think About You on Your Birthday, which showed a different side of his creative range. What makes this extra concerning is how Mari started banging at 14 back in early 2023, right when Jeff's reputation was peaking. That timing shows Mari was soaking up the game during Jeff's wildest stretch, when the Bloodhound boss was openly talking about bodies and flexing behavior that had everybody shook. Lil Jeff wasn't just another drill rapper. He was allegedly behind 7+ bodies and earned the nickname the Jeffrey Dahmer of drill. His whole name came from mixing raw talent with extreme violence, making him both feared and idolized by young cats trying to earn stripes. Mari peeped that formula and tried to copy every part of it. Jeff's talk about having 10-11 bodies and comparing life to Call of Duty became Mari's playbook. Jeff bragged like bodies were trophies, flexing like he was the Bill Russell of the streets, with his body count matching Russell's championship rings. That same glorification of violence is exactly what Mari started pushing in his tracks and online. Mari's link with 4Block TDG put him in Jeff's Bloodhound orbit, which gave him direct access to the crew's rep and their deep op list. This wasn't a random link-up. Mari went out his way to align with Jeff's people, knowing it would boost his name but also paint a big target on him. The Bloodhounds weren't just rappers. They were tied to heavy gang smoke all across Chicago, showing that this ain't just about music. By locking in with these names, Mari was basically saying he was ready to step into the same war zone that defined Jeff's legacy. The same way Jeff used to flash blicks online, Mari started doing the same. Those deleted IG live clips of Mari and his homies with big Dracos and sticks look like exact reruns of Jeff's old social media stunts, where he was always flexing hammers and dissing ops. Jeff was wild to the point of being a straight loose cannon, doing stuff like snorting crushed pills during interviews, and even allegedly letting off during IG Live. Mari moves the same way, throwing threats online and flashing weapons, which only build cases for the feds while boosting his street image. But what Mari does not see is how Jeff's movie ended. For all that fear and respect he had in the streets, Jeff didn't make it out alive. His mix of talent and violence got him caught up sliding on ops, turning him into a cautionary tale that Mari acted like he didn't hear. Jeff was a walking case file in the eyes of the feds, and that should have been enough of a warning about mixing real street drama with public clout. Instead, Mari looks at it like that's the key to drill fame. By crowning himself as Jeff's successor, Mari automatically inherited Jeff's entire op list. Anybody who had smoked with Jeff now sees Mari as the next target, whether he was involved or not. That means Mari walked into wars he didn't even start, but his name ringing bells just cause of who he claimed. The messed up part is Mari probably thinks he is leveling up his street cred by following Jeff's steps, but he is just putting a bullseye on his own back. The same streets that made Jeff a legend are the same ones that put him in the ground, and Mari seems like he is cool with writing that same tragic ending. At 16, Mari still had time to flip his script, but right now, it looks like he is learning all the wrong lessons from Jeff's rise and fall. The same streets that birthed Jeff's name also ate him alive, and Mari acting like he want to test if lightning can strike twice. The question ain't whether Mari can become the next Lil Jeff, it's whether he'll live long enough to realize some legacies ain't worth inheriting. Reckless clashes. Like I said, Mari got way more ops than just Lil Noy and 108. Truth be told, he's beefing with near every gang in Chicago, and it all stems from the one cat he mirrors, the big bad Lil Jeff. Anyway, things go way beyond having a role model. Mari rocking with 4Block TDG automatically stamped him with enemies across the whole Chicago gang landscape. The crew's turf wars with neighbor sets meant every time he popped out, he risked bumping into rival steppers looking to make a move. His tie to Bloodhound Lil Jeff's circle added another layer of inherited smoke from that legendary stepper's deep op list. The beef with Lil Noy ran deeper than just personal hate. It was a reflection of bigger territorial tensions between South Side sets. Their own history allegedly involved sharing stages, booth sessions, and street moves before the fallout turned. Former homies flipping to ops creates the kind of beef because both sides know each other's weak spots. Word on the block is they even went to school together, boosted each other's rap grind, and called each other brothers before street politics tore it apart. That brotherhood turned warpath type of smoke cuts way deeper than regular rivalry. When someone who once had your back becomes the one aiming a pole at you, emotions run hotter than logic ever could. Mari's ties with multiple different crews only made his situation messier, creating confusion about where his true loyalty sat. Playing both sides in Chicago's Warzone is a one-way ticket to getting lined, since it earns you maximum ops and minimum protection. Fans even said this dual loyalty might have been what got him backdoored, as people saw him less like a rider and more like an opportunist. Then you got Fully Chop's role in Mari's music grind, which just complicated the chessboard more. With Lil Noi and Fully Chop having their own smoke, Mari's positioning between them was like standing in a crossfire. In the streets, neutrality doesn't exist. Sooner or later, you pick a side, and one wrong step can get you left on the pavement. Mari's public statements about still being active in street with ex-homies turned ops was another bad crash-out move. Those words could easily become evidence later, proving he's still knee-deep in gang activity. Real smart artists separate their rap cap from their real moves, but Mari blurred those lines to the point of no return. The deleted Instagram lives showing him and the guys waving high-powered was another dumb flex. Posting Dracos and heavy metal on socials gives the feds a front row seat with screenshots as free evidence for federal cases. When the boys slid on the spot, those weapons vanished like smoke, only to magically pop back out when the coast cleared. Behavior that screams they know they are dirty with it. Mari's recent music drops showed exactly why folks in the industry have been labeling his moves a full crash out. His track Switchin', which hit SoundCloud on July 16, 2025, had bars so raw, violent, and self-snitch heavy that it sounded like a Fed's dream evidence tape. The song marked a major pivot from his older, more reflective joints into pure street reporting with zero filter. Back in the day, joints like Family's Cry, A Reaper's Diary, and Uncharted Love showed he had a real pen game, emotional depth and storytelling that proved he could turn pain into music that hit even beyond drill circles. But with Switchin', he tossed all that artistry out the window for first-person, real-time violence that left no wiggle room for deniability. The lyrics threw open threats at nameless ops with lines like "anyone with them can get it" and "I'm dumping shit." That type of reckless, collateral damage energy screams zero fear of legal smoke or who gets caught in the crossfire. These days, courts stay using drill lyrics as evidence, and those bars are basically gift-wrapped ammo for prosecutors. Mari's anti-snitch paranoia bled through heavily with lines about how all that snitch make me sick and having to change up the click. Putting internal crew fractures and threats on wax is exactly what prosecutors dream of. Real ones handle that off record, but Mari was laying his whole playbook for the world to see. The operational talk he dropped, tapping heads, dumping shit, back with the blitz, went way past regular drill flexing. These weren't vague tough guy bars, they sounded like narrated game plans. Even if cap, lines that detailed moves and methods sound like straight discovery material when cases pop off. What made it worse was the timing. Dropping his most violent and direct track right after getting publicly violated builds a timeline any DA could use to argue motive. The song might as well have been him saying, "Watch me spin back," with all eyes on him. To make it even more reckless, Mari pushed Switchin' as his lead single, meaning his most self-incriminating track is the one getting algorithm love. YouTube and stream platforms are amplifying content that could get him hemmed up instead of industry doors open. That's the total opposite of playing chess. The fact his recent lyrics dropped all metaphor or distance makes it near impossible to argue it's just art. He's talking first person, present tense, with specific weapons and tactics, exactly the type of bars defense lawyers hate seeing in court discovery. Smart drill rappers stay leaving enough fog to claim creative expression, but Mari basically confessed to moves through his own music. Point of impact. Mari's crash-out trajectory sped up after that humiliating vid, turning him from a calculated artist into a straight emotional reactor, making one self-destructive move after another. The switch from his early reflective tracks to straight violent reporting showed how public L's can derail a promising career just to chase street credibility. His response followed the same deadly script that took out too many young artists before him, letting pride override survival. Industry heads peeped how Mari's brand flipped hard after the robbery. His early music had range and emotional depth that could have crossed over beyond drill, but his new drops pushed away industry connections while handing feds a full evidence pack for future cases. The legal heat from his recent moves ain't just about music. Feds have been locking up drill artists using lyrics as proof of conspiracy and intent. Mari's combo of flashing guns, naming names, and claiming sets fits the exact profile they hunt. His homies recording themselves with heavy steel while he was around just added more charges to the pile. Deleted IG live clips. Feds definitely saved those for court. Mari's public calls for revenge on specific ops. That's premeditation evidence waiting to be used in a trial. His shark bait track was basically a signed confession, targets, methods, all laid out. Even the slickest lawyer would struggle to explain that away if bodies drop. The Lil Jeff comparison hits harder now. Mari sliding down the same self-destructive path. Jeff's talent got drowned out by his own violence, ending with OG's been saying Mari got a second chance, most don't. Surviving that robbery should have been his wake-up call. Instead, he's doubling down, choosing respect over living for success. The way younger fans soak up his reckless moves adds another layer. They see his crash out as authenticity, not a warning. Platforms keep pushing violent content with no real checks, feeding the cycle. Mari's ops ain't backing down either. Their clapbacks just keep the war spinning. Social media turns every diss into evidence, both sides building their own RICO cases while the net watches. At this point, Mari's spiral isn't just about him. It's Drill's bigger problem. Too many choose short-term clout over long-term success, trading careers for social media hype. The same apps that could launch them are just documenting their downfall. If you like this video, click one of the windows on either side to watch a video similar to this one.